Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Ra'ar double honors to the pastor from Great Millstone for teaching us the truth among other things. Shalom to the Say Akim Akwas, the word pushing the truth and sincere and the hope for elect. So I want to do a lesson about this article, what I just found out that was posted in Holland here, about the so-called king. He wants to he wants to clean up. And basically the article is in the Dutch. If you say the word what he just explained, clean up, he really said, I want a clean ship. That's what the phrase is in Holland. So he wants to clean up the ship. What does that mean if you think about it? Because we were on the ships, and this is for the slavery that was happening, what happened, and he wants to let a researcher do the research on how much the Orions has an hand in the slave trade, the transatlantic slave trade. So he wants to do a research on that by an outsider, so they can see how many mistakes they did. And also the article, we're gonna read it. He says he's not the one that needs to apologize. He understands that. That's what he said, because he was not the one that did it, and it was his ancestors. But this is always what these devils are doing, man. Never want to take the blame for it. Always wanted to put it on somebody else, but never want to take the responsibility of the actions of their foreparents. While we need to suffer, we need to suffer for everything what's happened. And of course, we already know to reincarnation, we are our foreparents also, and the mistakes that we made. Some of us were there and made the mistakes. Some of you were a year before, a generation before, or generation further. But we know we take a responsibility for everything what has happened, man. And that's why we know we need to wait on the Father, Yahweh Basham Yashai, to guide us and to put us in to guide us in the right direction. So let me start with the article. So about slavery past, I want to clean up. So here in the Dutch, if you translate it, it says I want to have a clean ship. So Willem-Alexander wants to. So the so-called king, Willem-Alexander, wants to clean up the colonial past of his ancestors. In the 5th episode of his podcast, Through the Eyes of the King, he says that it is for this reason that he has commissioned a scientific study. Scientific study into the role of the orange in the transatlantic slave trade. So Willem Alexander explains to the conversation partner Edwin, we started with an investigation into the collection in the royal collections of art and other articles. Whether there are wrong items that could possibly be returned. So now they want to return the articles if it's been stolen. You already know everything was stolen. We don't need to research all the all the papers that you have. What is the box, gold, silver, all these things you already know that you stole it, because you came out of the cave and you had nothing. So how you can possibly think in your mind that you need to have a research to do this thing while your ass was not in that land, first and foremost. So whether there be wrong in the items that could possibly be returned. And then I requested a new investigation also into the families passed in colonial times and slavery, just because I really want to clean up. So again, here, if you read it in the Dutch, it will say a clean ship. I really want to have a clean ship. So again, it's referring to the ship, but he wants to clean up. So again, let's read it further. I mean, I know myself that I am not guilty of anything. So he knows he's not guilty of anything. But you are the so-called king, right? You have everybody's possession, and you know about the history that the people are work there in for free, and that they built up Holland with everything for free. So you are guilty. Your mother is guilty. Your father is guilty. Your whole family is guilty. And there's no time for we're gonna let it slide. It's not gonna slide. It's not working, my man. It's not working, man. You're gonna pay what you need to pay. So let me continue. So let me read that part again. I mean, I know myself that I am not guilty of anything. But, of course, I do have a responsibility towards Dutch society. Also for what the ancestors have done. So he wants to blame it on his ancestor. Yeah, I'm the so-called king, so right now, yeah, I need to take the responsibility for the actions what they did. But you are your ancestors. And your mother also did a lot of things, is still doing a lot of things. You still have a hand in ripping people out of their money, man. Paying multiple taxes upon your people. You wanted to be their so-called king, right? But you are milking them like a cow, man. Also for what the ancestors have done. That's why I asked for an independent investigation, a scientific investigation. So here, this research, which is expanded to be completed in 2026, will be conducted at Leiden University and led by Gert, Emeritus Professor of Colonial and Post-Colonial History. Well, then do that. Ostende, so this is this Professor Gert, has already done research on this subject and published the book The Pearls and the Crown, King Willem-Alexander. It also stated that the further research must be done, and actually on basis of that I just asked, well, do that. So this is in the Caribbean, the Curacao, the picture that you're seeing here, because they went there to Bonaire, they went to Aruba, they went to Curacao, and basically to get one with the people and show that they're still supporting them. This is just a filter scan of them, man. Gotta watch out for these devils, man. Everything what they're doing, they have a double-minded agenda behind it, man. So let me continue. The 5th episode of the broadcast series covers the year 2017, the year in which the devastating Hurricane Irma had hit Sint Maarten. That is an independent country with the Dutch kingdom, just like Curacao and Aruba. These islands of Bonaire, Saba and Sint Eustatius are special smaller islands. Municipalities. Yeah, basically smaller islands, man. Feelings on the Antilles. So now you want to talk about the feelings what the people here on the Caribbean has, right? Feeling of the Antilles. The king looks back on the consequences of Irma to Evers. But he also talks about the feelings of the inhabitants of those islands towards the European Netherlands. The only thing that the people there want is to be as equal and fully fledged. So he is saying the only thing what the people on the island wants was equality, and be that they've been taken serious, not less half human, but as full human. You think the people on the island wants to have equality? Of course, a lot of these people want that, and they'll be satisfied with an if they just get an apologize from this so-called king, then they'll be already happy and singing kumbayas with him. But there's a lot of people also on the island that don't want the apologies. They want what belongs to them, rightfully so. It is stolen, so you need to give it back. And right now it's already too late for the things what they are doing, because this is the snake thing what they're doing, right? They want to say to you, we apologize, and that you forgive them for what they did. But this is not about forgiveness anymore. This is long gone, my man. This is long gone, my man. This is not about forgiveness. This is about taking back what is ours. And this is our kingdom, our world, what belongs to us, what the Father Yahweh Basham Yahushua have promised to us. We're going to take it back. We don't want you to give it. We're going to take it back by force. That's what we want. So let me continue. As equal participant within the kingdom, they often feel that they are looked down upon by the European Netherlands. It is true. The people here on the island are being looking down. The people ain't looking up to them. They are looking down upon them. That they are seen as a tourist island. Sun, sea, beach. I don't know what that is. But let me read that part again. They often feel that they are looked down upon by the European Netherlands. That they are seen as a tourist island. Sun, sea, beach. And this is what they're doing, because this is the lie what he's telling you. That the people here want equality, right? You, as the so-called king, and that sitting in Dutch, you are the one that gives the beaches, your people. You let them come to the Caribbean, and you let them take the beaches, and the people, the inhabitants of this island, need to pay to go to the beach. But you possess the whole beaches. You taking all the beaches here over, building up hotels, apartments, and taking everything over, while your people are doing that. And now you want to say like they just wanted to be as equal? Then you are a liar, because you already know what your people are doing here. Listen up, this is what they're doing. Before you let the people here on this island, you let them behind, right? You took everything, you cow them down, you milk them out like a cow. So when they had nothing, they built this island on their backs, and they built it back, right? They built houses, they built factories, they built everything up. And then when something is going good, and that's when you see it in Aruba, Bonaire, Sint Eustatius, Sint Maarten, Curaçao, you see everything is building up very nicely. Then they want to come back and to want to enjoy, because then the people already built everything up. Then they see the island is doing good, then they want a hand in it. And what they doing? Taking over. That's what they do. Always wanted to steal. And this is what the snake tongue, this devil, are always doing, man. So here he says the tourists, that they are seen as a tourist island, Sunsea Beach. You already know that your own people are doing that, because when the so-called jab came out, right? In Netherlands, everything was on lockdown, right? All his people came here just to be free, nipples out. That's what they did. Well, you already know, if you are a so-called king, you need to know your people, right? your own inhabitants, what they are doing and how they move. You let them free, but come here to defile this island again. This is the snake tongue of these devils, man. They always wanted to say we are innocent, but they always want to blame somebody else. So let me continue. But there is much more to that island. People live there even with their problems, but also with their own history. The history what Esau, the people of the Netherlands have stolen. The people of France have stolen. The people of British have stolen. All around the world, you have stolen. Haiti, you have stolen. All these problems, you are the cause of problems what they have in their mind. You had made them sick with the problems what you did to them. So again, but also with their own history, with their beautiful culture, and that they are considered more equal. We should actually see that from this side in the Netherlands. So yeah, we'll post this part in this article in the description box, so you can read it for yourself. And we have a few scriptures that I want to pull out. Let me go straight to the point. Revelation 12 and 12. Let me get that one. Yeah. Therefore rejoice, ye heaven, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he know that he had but a short time. Yes, the devils knows that they have a short time, man. That time is up. So what they want to do is clean up the mess what they made, and to basically get you in full control and have you forgive them for what they did. He's trying to build his ticket way out. Your grave, you are digging your grave even deeper than that, man. We see what you're doing, man. We see through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. We see what you're doing, man. You want to clean up, but it's not time for cleaning up. It's time to take back what is rightfully ours, man. Yeah, let me get this one also. Not gonna make it too long. First Peter's get it. Come on. First Peter's 5 and 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walking about seeking who he may devour. That's what he's doing. He's looking. The devil's always looking. How can I get somebody on my side so they commit? Also with the MOTB. How can I make sure I deceive them? This is the devil, man. And let me get another one, man. This is Sirach. No, let me go. Yeah, let me get that one. Sirach 12 and 10. Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crunching. So what he's doing right now, crunching back, like, yeah, I know my ancestor did it, but I didn't do it. But I take the responsibility. I humble myself. But I come crunching to y'all to listen to y'all history. I'm doing this for y'all. Because I know you are equal. And when the Most High said, Yahweh said, we are not equal. And I'm going to read it also, man. But here, though he humble himself and go crunching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as thou hast wiping a looking glass. So what you're doing, you need to have a glass, a wiping looking glass, so you can analyze him and make him bigger, because you already seeing him, What he's doing, he tried to hide, but you need to make him bigger, that you see every little step that he's taking, man. And thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. His rust is still there. He humbled himself. You be like, ah man, he doesn't mean it like that. He's not like that. He's the one that didn't do it. So we need to forgive him. He's trying. He's doing his best. Forgive this man. Look, he's bringing a lot of money to do a research, while the whole islands are in debt to Holland. Why you don't take that away? The whole debt. That's a start off, right? Is that easy? You can give hundreds of millions to Greece, all these lands, but to your own so-called island, you cannot give something. They need to stay in debt to you. That's the craziness about it. Let me jump to 16, Sirach 12 and 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagined how to throw thee into a pit. So you always got to check these devils, man. Even when they come with an humble spirit, you thinking they are that they are your friend. They are not your friend, man. The Most High said it already. Check them. Look to them with an looking glass, man. You gotta make them bigger so you see what they are doing, man. But in his heart he imagined how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes. But if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. He's not satisfied with blood, man. He always wanted to go further and further. That's what they did. History repeats itself, man. There's nothing new under the sun, right? So let me go to 2nd Esdras 6 and starting at 45. And after this also, whom thou madest Lord. Let me start at 45. 2nd Esdras 6 and 45. And after this, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creature, of him come we all. And the people also, whom thou hast chosen. So hast chosen. You can read Deuteronomy 6 and 7. I always mix that up. I think it's Deuteronomy 6 and 7. Let me get it real quick. Deuteronomy 7 and 6. I knew I mixed it up. Deuteronomy 7 and 6. For thou art a holy people. So holy people means set apart unto thy Lord, thy power. And the Lord thy power had chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So he chose us, the Hebrew Israelites, the Jacob's descendants. He chose them to be a special people above all the other people. So let me go back to 2nd Ezra 6 and 45. And after this, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, right? We all come of Adam. And the people also whom thou hast chosen. So here you see the separation again. He also the people who, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. So we all come of Adam, but he has chosen people, right? We just read it in Deuteronomy 7:6. All these have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. So the world is not made for them. The world is made for the Israelites. As for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing. So they are nothing. So this so-called king that you see here with the so-called queen and the so-called princess, they are nothing, man. What are they? Let's read it again. 56. As for the other people which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and hast likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. So it means they are nothing, man. They are like a drop that falleth from a bucket, or you have a cup in your hand, and one drop falls out. You don't worry about that drop, man. You worry about the cup, what is in there, man. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be Lord over us, and to devour us. So yeah, also I want to get. Uh, Let me get that one also. Um, 21. Let me check this one real quick. Yeah, Psalms. Yeah, Psalms 55 and 21. The word of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. Because when they speak softly to you. They try to trick you with the words like he already said in his article. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I feel the responsibility that I need to do it. I need to do it. You be like, okay, he's a good guy. He's trying. No, man. This, my man, we see you. We see you. We see what you're doing, my man. 21. The word of his mouth was smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil. Yeah, it's my ancestors, but I don't understand why they did it. Yeah, it will never happen again, and we're gonna make sure you get everything back what you rightfully, what my ancestors stole. I didn't do it. My ancestor did it. So I am the king. I'm gonna give everything back what we have stolen from y'all. Then comes the flip side always. Gotta watch what they require of you. They ain't gonna give it back, man. If they're going to give something back, they're going to give something small back, so you'll be satisfied. When you already know in your heart you need to give everything back, the whole island, everything, they need to go, man. Everything belongs to you. So we don't want only one thing. We want you off this place, man. After captivity, of course, because you're gonna rebuild everything up, man. That's what we require. We require your power that you're gonna build, that your back is gonna be strong while we break your back. What you did with us is rightfully so, right? Softer than oil, and yet where they draw swords. That's what they're doing, man. And let me close off with this one. Let me get this one also, and then another one. Where is the other one? Let me check this one. Let me read this first, and then I will look for the other one. Otherwise, I think I know where it is, but yeah, let me read this one. This is Numbers 23 and 19. Yahweh is not a man that he should lie, neither the Son of Man that he should repent. Had he said, and shall he not do it? Or had he spoken, and shall he not make it good? He promised a lot of things. So, is he a man that he should lie, that he's not going to give it? Is he not a man that he requires everything what you have done? And we're going to read it with the slaying of the people, with the blood be spilling on the earth. It needs to be in balance. For all the millions on millions upon millions, or hundreds of millions of people that you have killed, from the Jacob descendant, the true children of Yahweh Bashem Yoshai, you have killed them. His apple of his eye, you have touched it. If you understand as a father how you protect your children, then you're gonna understand what the wrath of the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yoshai is gonna be, because you touched his children, man, and you were going too far. You were not allowed to go that far with his touching his apple of his eyes, man. So you gotta understand what is going to happen with you when we come back in full power. In the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, it's done for y'all, man. So Numbers 35 and 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it devoured the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So that means Yah have killed our people. It needs to be bring back in balance. So the only way it can be bring back in balance is with your blood to be balanced, shed back to this land. So watch out for these devils, man. Shalom.